What's up, guys? This is the Awesome Nerd Show, bringing you episode 6 of my Morphin collection. And today, as you can see, it is Tor the Carrier Zord. And this, as you can see, is obviously a giant turtle. That's hard to fit in my little area I have here. But it is pretty much just a giant turtle. Let me help if I put the neck out on it. There we go. Now it looks more like a turtle. So this is the giant Shuttlezord. Now this is the original 94 version Zord, since they haven't made a legacy one yet, which I do believe they are planning to, because I saw it mentioned in, by the person that's over the whole new Zords and stuff, the president of the company or whatever. And so they said that Tor is one that they really want to do. But until then, I just have the original, and it's obviously the next in line with Season 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So this is probably going to be a short video because there's not much to Tor at all. But I'll show you some of the stuff he can do and everything. But as you can see, this is pretty much all he is just a giant turtle. And he has wheels on the bottom of him where he can roll and stuff. He has buttons, which for mine unfortunately doesn't work because this is not my original one. I didn't have this or anything from when I was a kid. I bought it more recently, which I'll get more into all sorts of other stuff about this Zord in particular, about where I got it and if you could possibly get one or something, and all other stuff I've done to it. But it has these buttons where this would light up, but obviously mine doesn't do that. And has these little side gun things and stuff. So yeah, there's not much to him. I don't know where to start exactly. I guess just as you see, this would just be his normal mode. If you haven't seen him in the show, usually he'll just like roll in and like shoot weapons out of these guns on the sides here and everything, and it'll just shoot like whatever the Power Rangers are fighting with, like whatever monster, whatever they're fighting with, or he does what I would call like a battle mode or something. So what he'll do is he'll just like lift up, he'll just sit up like this, which yeah, it's really hard to fit with all this in here. His head will come down, and it's hard to really see with this, but his head will roll back, and it reveals like another head there, and then his neck kind of goes in, and it fits flat on there like that. And then the arms will fold forward, and if you push the back of these in like that, it has fingers that pop out, but they become like missile launchers. We'll do the same with this side. And so then there's this mode as well, where pretty much he'll just fire a whole bunch out of his hands. This, I believe, is the crown on his head too as well. And he'll pretty much just sit there and unload missiles at the bad guys or whatever from this form. I'm not sure if his feet fold down, and this toy doesn't really work well. I remember, I believe in the show, showing something like lift him up. I don't know if it's like his feet folding down, and that's like what lifts it up. But the toy doesn't really do that very well, so just kind of leave it how it is. Now, the one other thing this Zord can do is it does open up its chest to reveal an inside. Easier to take the arms off, and with this being an old version, the arms easily fall off, and so it does open up to an inside like crevice thing, which for this in the original would usually be where you would take the Tiger Zord as seen in my last My Morphin collection episode, and it would sit inside. But with this being a legacy Zord, I don't know if it really fits very well in here as the original one would have. So as Tor rides into battle, you could see that inside, and then he could obviously close it to keep it protected. I know the Zord did that a few times. Their Thunder Zord or something did that, would like get inside, and then the doors would close to keep it protected from whatever bad guy they were fighting at the time. But along with doing that, like just riding on the inside there, it would then, if it was in its standing up version, things could also get inside. So then the Zord would just like stand inside of here. Of course, with these things, it makes it hard. Like I said, with this one, it doesn't fit, but then the doors would shut. Obviously, it would be totally inside. And this one's kind of short. I know the Thunderzord usually fits pretty well inside of there and everything, but once again, it would just sit inside and be protected. It would shut the doors or something. It would just be another layer of protection for the Zord from whoever they were fighting. So that's really pretty much all there is to the Zord. You just shut the door again, put the arms back on, and it's back into its turtle shuttle mode. The one other thing it does do, which again, since I don't have the original Thunderzord, the platform for the assault team does sit on top here, and for this one it has two little slots, which the old version, the platform had two what would be like wheels or something, and they would sit in there so to like, you know, like kind of like lock it in sort of, and then when you'd roll it, it would, you know, stay there, and you'd have the whole assault team just sitting up on top here. And then you'd put the Tire Zord inside it, and that would be the Thunder Ultra Zord, I believe it's called, with all of them together. But since I don't have the original, and the new platform doesn't have the wheel marks, so it would just sit on here. So if you moved it, it would easily, you know, just slide off or something. So I don't want to put those on. But the last thing I do want to mention about this is, if you do have this original, or if you did have it and you're watching this video and you are wondering why this one maybe looks a little different than the one you remember, that is because I got replacement stickers for it. Because when I bought this, which I'll go ahead and say that now, I got this from a place, I live in Indiana, so I got this from a place in Kokomo, Indiana, called Kokomo Toys and Collectibles, which is a really awesome store. If you see or if you follow me on Facebook or Twitter, I always post pictures, because we go there, we try and go there every 2 months at least. It's almost 2 hours away from us, where we're currently living, so it's not a easy or fun trip, but we have our parents live up north, so we usually stop and see them and then go up to Kokomo and stuff. But they have an eBay store where you can get a lot of Zords, which that's where I get a lot of the Zords I have, besides the legacy versions, and then some I had from when I was a kid and everything. But this was the like the first major Zord I bought from there. I think this was actually my second Zord, but the first one you won't see for a while, so it doesn't really matter. But so I bought this from there, and I'll put the links in the description below so you can go on and look at their eBay site and everything and see if you want Zords. Their prices aren't really that bad for what other things I see. Now, I believe their eBay store does, all their Zords are in the box versions, because they don't sell their open ones, but all the ones I buy are out of the box. So they do have a lot of missing, not a lot, like there is usually a missing piece or a broken piece or something, which usually isn't major, or if it is like major damage stuff, I just don't buy it, and I'll like either just not worry about that one or find a replacement or just something. But this Zord is pretty much, it came with everything it needed. Usually this horn is missing on ones if you find them out of the box, but it had the horn and everything was there. The only thing, as I said, is the buttons, and the thing doesn't light up, and I looked into it to see if maybe there was just something wrong, but it's pretty messed up inside. And so I could always buy the replacement, because you can find those on eBay and stuff and switch it out, but I just don't want to mess with it. It's not that big of a deal to me that it doesn't light up or make noise. So that's going to be the first thing. As I said, you can look in the description, and I'll put the link to their store, and you can also obviously look for them on Twitter and Facebook and see the pictures of their entire toy store, and it's a pretty awesome place. We love going there. Now the second thing is, why I said this would probably look different, is I got replacement stickers. So when I bought it at the store, it had the original stickers, and they were in really bad shape. And so first thing I looked into was if any place sold replacement stickers that I could do for this, and I found a place called Repro Labels, and I'll put a link to their site in the description. Now they have stickers for all the Zords of the Mighty Morphin set, so the first 3 seasons of the show. And so it kind of stinks they don't have any farther, because I have older ones, or I guess what would be newer in time versions, and I would like to get stickers to replace the ones for those, but they don't have them, and I can't really find them anywhere else either. But now the stickers from this place, they base it off how the Zord looked in the show. Now this, originally, like, these stickers were red, and there was a lot of red on the Zord, even though if you watch the show, it doesn't really have any red on it at all. It did have gold plating up here, gold on the helmet. Everything you see is exactly how it looked in the show. So anything on the sides back here, obviously these were probably a lot more detailed in the show, but all the gold. Now this I did leave because it does have a silver color here, but the set I bought didn't come with stickers for that, so I made sure just to be really careful when I clean this and everything to leave the stickers on. But it has gold stickers everywhere else in the replacements here. The only thing it doesn't come with, which the original one did have and the one in the show does, is it had something back here, but this set doesn't, or the set I bought didn't come with any, and they don't have any, so it's not a big deal because it's always, you know, towards the back if you have it towards the front, or if it's standing up you don't see it. But it did have things to look like kind of like engines and stuff back here for how it moved and everything. So as I said, I'll put the link in the description for that, for Repro Labels, so you can go in there, and if you have any, like the original Megazord or any of the other ones since then, like I said, all the first 3 seasons, if you have an old version and you want to upgrade it, you can get the stickers on there, and they're really cool. They're not horribly priced. I mean, they are kind of pricey, but I felt it was worth it. I bought multiple sets from them, and you'll see them in later videos. But I just bought that, so then I cleaned and took all the original stickers off, and I'll go into that in more detail in probably a later video, of how I removed the stickers and cleaned up everything. Then I washed this whole thing off and put a new product I found on it and everything to keep it looking all nice and shiny. And like I said, I'll go into a video later about all that, and then put the new stickers on, and I just think it looks absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to see the legacy version of the Tor that they make, to see how it compares to this version with the new stickers and everything. But I think it's really cool. It's a simple, easy, basic Zord. It only does a few things, but it still looks really awesome. Of course, it does take up a lot of space though. But that is going to be it for episode 6 featuring Tor. Be sure to check out our other My Morphin collection videos. Check out our unboxing videos, and we'll see you next time.